So this is where I chose to dig the hole for the white mulberry tree. I'm out of breath if you can't tell. The reason why I want to talk a little bit about why I chose this area. This tree here is going to go. It's going to get cut down because it's not a very healthy tree anyway. It's actually three trees growing in one spot, and they're going to crowd each other out. Neither tree is very healthy, so these are all going to get cut down, unfortunately. And that's going to let a ton of light in because that direction is south. This is the north side of the property. And that way I plant the tall fruit trees on the north side of the property so that they don't shade out the other plants that might be more low growing. So this is kind of the perfect spot. It's going to get plenty of sun. The soil here, as you can see, is pretty decent. So it's going to be happy here. And like I said, mulberry is pretty much happy anywhere. It loves water. This was planted, or I found this tree, the one I grafted onto, I found it growing right in front of a gutter outpour, so it was getting plenty of water. So it'll be a little drier here, but I think it'll be just fine. Like I said, the top of it is white mulberry. There are white mulberries that fruit black and red, so it can be confusing, but this variety is white mulberry and it produces white fruit. The flavor is different than regular black mulberry. It's not better or worse, it's just different. It's more sweet and has less acidity and less flavor to it, I think, but it has a lot of medicinal properties, so I think it'd be cool to grow here. No one else really grows it. Most people grow just the regular mulberry, if that. So this is where we're going to plant it. I planted it a little bit deeper than I dug it a little deeper than normal. Look, I don't know if you can tell, but it looks about like 18 inches, and that's because the roots on that go down quite a bit. So you want to make sure when you plant that you bring the soil level up to where it was before, you know, that you're not burying the bark and then you're not exposing the roots. So I figured out I needed kind of a deep hole. I'm not really aerating the area around it much because like I said, it's great soil already, so the roots gonna have no trouble finding. Okay, so I filled the hole back up with the soil that came from it. I don't really like to mix in compost with the soil. I put the compost on top, and you'll see me do that in a second. But I like kind of returning the soil right back where it came from, assuming that the soil is good. Because compost in nature, organic matter, decomposes on the surface. It doesn't decompose deep underground in the roots, near the roots of the plant. So I like to kind of mimic nature there. I don't remember the exact orientation it was before, but I wanted to make sure it was straight, that it had a firm foundation. You know, I made sure the soil was compacted a little bit around the roots so there's no air pockets. And now we're going to put a layer of compost